Hey everyone, and welcome to this video in which we're gonna discuss Jake Paul's body and how you can achieve it for yourself. And if this is your first time, this is Sharo from Dad Bod to Six Pack. And yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so let's check some images of Jake Paul. So the most recent images are from his fight with Ben Askren. Okay, if you've watched the last video, you know how I butchered this guy's name a lot of times, so I won't be mentioning Ben's or his surname. I'll just say Ben. Okay, so let's take a look at his most recent photos. So this is his bicep, okay, and this is a front picture. You can see his nipples are kind of puffy. I don't know, is he on stuff? Maybe not. If I were him, I'd say why not, right? So yeah, they're not the puffiest, but they give some indication of some using some stuff. Okay, so what I like about Jake's body is that it's not like some crazy body. He's not like super lean, and he's not really super big as well. Okay, and the thing with Jake Paul are his genetics. He's a really tall dude. To my surprise, he's really tall. I didn't believe first time I heard about it. It was on Impulsive podcasts, on the Impulsive podcast where they said he's 6'1" and 191 pounds, right? And 6'1" is very tall, especially for bodybuilding. It's not the best because on pictures you don't really look that impressive, but you look very impressive and dwarfy when you stand next to another person. The reason I thought Jake Paul was not that tall was because of his brother. Because if you take a look, and that's something very weird, right? When they stand side to side, Logan Paul looks a lot taller, not only 2 centimeters taller. It's not only 1 or 2 inches taller than his brother. He looks really taller, and I wonder if they kind of fake their stuff. If Logan says he's shorter, or Jake says he's taller, or something, because it doesn't really make sense. In every picture, he's dwarfing the guy. Okay, it's really his little brother. He's always like I'd say 3 or 4 inches definitely higher than him. Yeah, look at this. Every time his arm is around his neck, that's how taller he is. Okay, so I don't really buy that Jake is that tall, or is only 2 inches, 1 inch, like 2 centimeters shorter than his brother. That's something very iffy about that. Okay, so now let's go back to this physique. Okay, if you want to achieve this physique, I have good news for you. It's pretty easy to get a physique like this, and that's what I like about boxing in general and MMA and combat sports. It's nothing out of this world. It's nothing crazy. It's just a normal. It's just pretty athletic, nice, pretty lean, and pretty muscular body. The expectations are very realistic, and that is something you can definitely achieve with, I'd say, a couple of years of resistance training. Okay, so in order to get this body, you don't really have to become a boxer, and you don't really have to start sparring. Okay, all you have to do is start hitting the gym, or do some calisthenics or something. Okay, and just work out for a couple of or 3 years, and focus on some key muscle groups like arms, biceps, triceps, shoulders, and back. And he doesn't really focus on his back. It's mostly, I think, chin-ups and pull-ups he's doing. He doesn't really do any kind of rows. He doesn't really do any kind of deadlifts, pulls off the ground, or anything like that. It's just, I think, chin-ups and pull-ups. So it's even easier to get this body, because if you look closely, the only thing going for him are his arms, okay, and that's it, and his shoulders. Arm looking pretty good. So you can even dedicate one day just to arms and shoulders, and another day just to work your chest and back, and that's it. You don't even really need to work your abs, because contrary to popular belief, you don't have to do ab exercises to get your abs to pop. Okay, and Jake, himself doesn't really have his abs popping, because I think he had to rack up the weight to fight Ben. I don't know. Yeah, it's here. I don't know what's this. 13th 171 pounds. I don't know what's that. I think it's the weight class, but yeah. Anyway, he's pretty fluffy here. I'd say around 16 to 17 body fat, but he has pretty good body fat distribution. As you can see, he's pretty lean in the midsection, but all the fat goes to the love handles and probably to the legs as well. And his arms are not the leanest. Me, at 17% body fat, you can even see the veins and the muscle separation on my arms, but I have like a nice little thick dad bod. So it's different for every person. You have to look at yourself and see which body fat you'll hit this result right here. Let's say if you put all your fat on your legs, you don't really need to work that hard or that hard. If you have all your fat on your midsection, then you have to go even lower than Jake. If Jake is 17, you probably have to go 14, 13 to have the same look, okay? It's all about the genetics, right? But having that been said, Jake's Paul genetics are not the best bodybuilding-wise. He's probably a pretty good boxer. He's probably a pretty good striker. He's done good in wrestling and all of that. But bodybuilding, he doesn't have really the best muscle builds, okay? And that's not a knock on the guy. The guy looks great, but if you talk strictly bodybuilding-wise, he's okay. He's just average genetics. Ben has like very below average genetics, and Jake is average and a little bit higher. Jake, compared to his brother has if like there is a scale from 0 to 10, and 10 is the got top tier genetics. Jake is at 6, his brother at 7.5 to 8, and Ben is like at 4. Okay, so that's how I rate the guy. So anyway, to get this body, you basically just have to work out for a couple of years and make sure you're not obese. And that's it, okay? If you see this body and you like it and you think rocking this body would make a drastic difference to your life, yeah, I'm here to tell you that it's totally doable, okay? So the takeaway from this video for you should be that yes, if you want to have this body, you can definitely do it. Even if you're older than Jake, if you're 40 or 50 or 60, you can do it. It's nothing crazy. After a couple of or 3 years of consistent working out, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, sorry, a day would be crazy, right? And working like your arms, your shoulders, and your back, not that much, maybe 5 to 6 sets per week is enough. Just focus on your arms and focus on, if you're not that lean, focus on leaning down and you'll get there, okay? And boxing is not mandatory. Just weightlifting just to gain the muscle, and then dieting to lose the fat if you have any extra, okay? So yeah, that's Jake's body. That's my assessment. And yeah, if you found this video entertaining, make sure to hit a like, drop another comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.